See that guy down there, riding his bike in the sunshine? Yeah, that's me. In 1988, maybe 1990, it's hard to remember, it's such a long time ago now, I flew out to Catalonia on my honeymoon. And the minute I got off the plane, I noticed something weird had happened to me. The hairs on my arm stood up, and the back of my neck, I felt really odd, like I'd come home. Now I know a lot of you say that, but this really is my spiritual home. I've spent all the years since trying to make the dream come true. And when Brexit happened, I applied for my biometric. And now, I live here. Now over the years, as you can see, if you've been coming a long time, Lourdes has changed immensely. There was one taverna on that beach when I first came, and none of these houses were here, maybe one or two. So you could say that me and the island have changed a lot over the years. I mean, I'm divorced now. Some things are for good, some things are for the worse. I mean, the divorce was terrible, but I've got 2 good children out of it. And I suppose the island now generates a good income for the people who live here. So it's not all bad. If you could, I would really appreciate it if you hit the like, share and subscribe, sat back and enjoyed the ride. Who am I? Well, my name's Rudgey, otherwise known to the bike world as the Doctor. So, let's get into it and see what's going on in my life today, shall we? It's Friday, here we go.
She's just said, is that the beach there behind the yacht? Yeah, it is, yeah. Well, one of them. Because there are 2. If you'd been paying attention to the videos, you would know that.
I'm not answering that, you know. So, is that the one that you scrambled to?
Yes.
You didn't swim round, did you?
No, I didn't swim round, no.
So that's the one you
Heaven
scrambled
forbid.
Scrambled to?
Yes, I scrambled
that
to.
tiny little walk there is what you made a
Tiny little walk.
Is that what you made a big fuss about?
Right. Well, we'll see what you think of it. Come on, hoppity skip.
This is... I'm going to bring my things down here.
Let's educate her. Because you guys know, you've watched me. Why have you never brought me here? Well, you've never asked. Well, I have, and now I'm here. Yeah, okay. So, off to no shoes then. See, hobbits are funny things, isn't they? They're like beavers. He's scraping the paint off Kylie.
Well, it tidies her up a bit. Look, how would you like to have dry skin? Look, I just done your lips
She's going to
for
put
you.
moisturiser on the bonnet now.
That's a good idea.
Oh. If you're going to do this, make sure you've got water, especially this time of year. In the winter you can come down here without it, I guess, which I have done. But there are a lot of steps, and if you watch me every week, you'll know all about them. So let's see how my knee copes with this. The Hobbit might be carrying me back up. What? Well, you're not a medic. Listen to that. Can you hear that? Exactly. No music, no dogs barking, no chickens. Maybe I should come here and sleep at night.
Can you imagine seeing a nice shark swimming around in that bay? I'd give my right arm position.
You would give your right arm if there was a shark there. It's just discovered that the path has been opened up, so might be a public announcement. Some useful stuff on Rudgey, aka the Doctor. Imagine that. Somebody has been down and cleared the path, because as you know, when I came down in the winter, this was pretty well overgrown.
Lots of nice bamboo here.
Yeah, the old bamboo, the old bamboo.
invading their privacy.
Yeah, well, we're going to go up the other end anyway, so... Yeah. Right, let's go and see if we can get round to the other beach, which is up that direction. That young lady isn't wearing a great deal, Rudgey. I said, no, I didn't notice, isn't she? No, I happened to notice she did have a lovely bottom. Yeah, well... It's just like an Italian girl. And young boys that swim with spear things for fishing, apparently. Yeah, well, we're 3 days in now. The water supply is running out and we have no food. Don't hear from us. Send help. YouTuber last spotted in Pessada. Yes. Well, you'll hurt yourself. So as the Hobbit is demonstrating, this isn't for the faint-hearted, so if you come in the no shoes and you don't walk well, the steps will probably finish you off and you can sit on the beach up there, where the nice bottom is.
Not that you noticed.
No. Top tip is that the seaweed may look unsightly, as somebody once put it, but it's much easier to walk on than the rocks. But just check out that it is fairly solid. I happen to notice it's been compacted down by people walking, so probably somebody already on the other beach, but we'll have a look. Oh, I'm so tired. The problem with owning a Hobbit is that they don't walk very fast because their legs are quite short. But that's alright because it means to say you get a nice rest sat on a rock.
I'm going for a swim.
Apparently it's warm.
We're not filming it because I haven't got swimmers.
Well, we could film your bottom,
It's not a patch on hers.
isn't it?
No, I can assure you.
Ah. Well, let's wait till we get to the beach and then you can do what you like.
Oh, okay. Okay.
3 days in, the Hobbit was regretting saying, "You moaned about walking that way, it's not far."
It's not far, it's just the rocks are wobbly.
Wobbly.
They're wobbly and some of them are a big reach, and so if you've got
A big reach. Stick with me for more important travel news. Oh, Robert sent us a weather report last night, but forgot to put the weather on it.
The Greenway motorcycles. Few bikes here. Tindrum, the Highlands. Amazing.
This is the sort of things we have to put up with directing this channel. I'm going to put it on anyway.
I'm not saying all that again.
Turns out you need a man for quite a lot of things, doesn't it? I'm supposed to be chivalrous, I'm supposed to drive you around, drill holes, dig gravel, all sorts of things. But when you ask her, I don't need a man. That's man's work. I'm not doing that.
You have an ounce of manners, you need to turn around.
Jump down, it'll be fine. It's soft.
Well, don't you worry about my family.
No. Well, enough with my own. Good job I didn't mic her up this morning. Moan about the rock. Look at that. Stuck in the rock there. I think I've shown you some of the fossils and things in these rocks before. It is very volcanic, this part. Meanwhile, not far behind me,
Just a bit difficult to traverse, isn't it?
difficult to traverse.
Well, because the rocks are slippery and they're wrong. You can fall. Don't need to worry. I said we've got more property. I said, but that woman hasn't got her bottom out.
She's obsessed with people's bottoms today.
Well, it was something you could draw, wasn't it?
Me, on the other hand, well, 67 now. I think the boat sailed. Anyway, if I remember right, there's some steps around there. You go. One there, and one there, but the Hobbit will struggle with that because Hobbit's legs aren't very big.
Well, could you not rush on ahead? Just in case. It's highly unlikely I need the help of a man, but just in case.
Oh. Yeah, I can imagine it was always late out of school, probably lost an item of clothing, homework, detention, you know. Dear, oh dear. Anyway, what a great day to be alive. It's quite warm today, high 20s. Yeah, so it's the 25th of May, 2026.
That's a good bit of driftwood. Did you stick that under your arm?
I don't think so. That's been there a while. So the sea comes up here in the winter. I'm deluded, and these things, you know, exist. Apparently that's global warming.
It's got nothing to do with the
So
moon.
where's the sea gone now then? I think you'll find it's more to do with planetary alignments, barometric pressure and winter storms.
The
Capturing,
magnetic pull of
capturing the Mediterranean pond, and you know, we get it blown onto our shores, basically is what happens. You can argue about that in the comments. I probably won't take much notice. I'll just be sarcastic about it, as most of the people who like this channel know. So anyway, you'll walk round there and it suddenly opens up into that there. So there you go. Gets quite popular this time of year by the looks of it. You alright sat there in the shade, Hobbits?
Yes. Apart from the fact you just took a whole bunch of pictures of me on wide angle. Could you not, please?
What?
Well, what's you doing?
Filming you?
No. Well, I hope it's not on wide angle again.
In your Hobbit hole. So then, Hobbit, what do you think of that?
I'm going to come back with mask and snorkel.
So you're actually going to come back on her own. We'll see how that goes. More on that later. So anyway, I'm going to try and get her back across the rocky outcrop, back to the car, and then we're going to Lidl's.
Are we going to take the path? Are we going to take the path?
What path?
The path that you said's going to
Oh, the path. Oh, the path. Oh, sure. I'm sorry, you don't speak freaky-deaky Dutch.
Austin Powers Fascia. His what?
His Fascia, Dr. Evil.
His Verger? What's Verger? His Fascia. Hello, Masha. Hello, Fascia. Abo Fascia. Yeah, gold member, I don't speak freaky deaky Dutch. Okay, perv boy? Fasha, he's dead. Dad is Fasha. Oh, he's dead. Oh, his father. Yeah.
Yes, and then we're going to have a very exciting time in Littles.
Well, I will, 'cause I'll be down the centre hall. They got
I was
some new
gonna say,
stuff
do you
in.
think we can
And do you
do
know
it
what they've
without
got that I
going
was going to
down the
message her about, and I thought, no, she's got no money. Paddle boards,
Oh,
100 euros.
Have they? It's
Yeah.
that time of year again, isn't it?
Marion's got one of those.
Oh, I've got some money now.
Have you? Oh, she's a woman of means.
I bought a sofa.
Yes, you have, yeah. That's wiped you out, hasn't it? It's more than my... There's me penny pinching to buy a Harley. The sofa that she's bought probably accounts for most of the bill.
It cost more than the car.
Did, yeah.
What's the matter now? Are you videoing the beach? What are you videoing now? Get that camera.
I've got to give you
out
a
of
script
my
from now on,
face.
haven't I?
Would you like me to help you across the rocks?
Oh, and who was asking for help earlier?
Well, I know that your leg's a little bit dysfunctional these days.
Well, it will by the time I get back, yeah.
Come on then.
Yeah, plastic. So all the fishes will be eating that now, and it'll be in your food.
Oh, we're getting tangled in it.
So if you've got any noisy dogs or chickens keeping you awake at night, put this sound on repeat. Might help you sleep. What do you think?
Good idea. Most of the plastic waste in the sea from fishing nets, not from straw.
Yeah, that's right. Hobbit's been watching documentaries. Conspiracy theories, if I was been watching it, it would have been called. But because the Hobbit watched it, then, you know, it's a truthful fact, and that's the end of that.
Well, you did talk from start to finish, but I
Because
did
I've seen it
glean
all
little
before.
nuggets.
I've seen all the footage before in different places.
This is perfect.
What's that out there? Is that cormorant swimming?
This is perfect snorkeling territory. Better than St Thomas.
Well, you'll be able to drive here with your snorkel and your little outfit.
A little outfit. Outfit. Well, like a little tutu.
Yeah. You can borrow Staffis.
ballet
Staffis has
shoes.
got one you can borrow. Come on, Hobbit.
Outfit.
You can see that. There's little fishes there, look. That, I think, if I'm not mistaken, they grow into crocodile, shark, whale fish. The sort that bit me and Robert when we were swimming. There it goes, look.
There's some little striped grass in there.
There's little stripe things in there, apparently. And it's not an outfit, it's a wetsuit, apparently.
Outfit, no. Not a fancy dress.
No.
Well, it is when I wear it.
It's a hot one, like 7 inches from the midday sun. Who sung that? Drunk all my water, moaned all the way. If you were thinking of coming across here, yeah, this is what you have to contend with. Not the best of tracks, really. I mean, as I've said before, should something happen to you while you're here, we haven't got an air ambulance. It's not like Devon and Cornwall, so you might find it difficult to get back, paramedics or no paramedics. But if you can make it round here and you're prepared to take the risk, I do recommend it. Maybe I shouldn't, as the Hobbit pointed out, it's people like me that are making it way too popular.
Wow.
But if you come early parts of the year, most of the beaches are like this now, so if you come early parts of the year, you get all this to yourself. Great day to be alive, Hobbit.
It's incredible, but I have to say, having swum in a few little oceans like this, there's not much fish life. It's beautiful. It's very blue and crystal clear, but there's not much big life. And not much shoals of fish. There's no turtle. Well, there's turtles in Augustole.
And no sharks.
Well, you'd be very lucky to see one.
Yeah, because you see, sharks don't eat you, they just bite you apparently.
just
That's alright, just have a little nip.
just-
Off comes an arm.
They just taste you. They very rarely remove a limb. They just put their teeth in, which proves fatal.
Few sutures and away you go.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Yeah. That's what happened to me and Robert when we went swimming that day.
Oh God, you pussies, the pair of you.
Yeah, so the Hobbit's demonstrating quite nicely the task of getting to that beach. So as I've said, it's not for the faint-hearted. Don't come down here expecting a nice concrete path, and the steps are quite steep, as she pointed out earlier.
Some decent shoes on, don't do it in click-bits.
Yeah, sensible shoes, that's what you need. Anyway, the knee's a bit achy, thanks for asking. I'm hoping it'll get me up the steps.
Well, after the lack of you have demonstrated, you'll be on your own. Has to give me the car keys now.
Don't know whether you could hear that, probably just as well if you couldn't. I'll try and turn it up in the edit, because she's not mic'd up. So we haven't lost those, Ian. And yes, after all that, we've got these steps. Might take me a few weeks to get up here. It eroded, didn't it? But you can have a look and I've cleared it. If you hear a loud scream, it'll be the Hobbit falling off the cliff. Dun dun dun. I'll put some dramatic music on. So you're returned then, Hobbit?
Yes, you'll be delighted to know that.
So you didn't fall off the cliff.
No, you can just get a little bit down, but not much, not worth doing
You
it.
get a little bit down, but not much.
Does that make sense?
No.
I'm tired.
Oh yeah.
I was up at 3:30 this morning, working
Yes.
to facilitate this excursion.
Yes.
No, it's not worth doing. And then where the rocks all tumbled down, you can get down, but it looks dangerous. And you don't achieve anything.
No.
So, not worth it.
No. As I said in the previous video, the land eroded and it all fell down. You used to be able to walk across to the other beach down that path. I don't quite know why. In past years, they haven't trimmed that bit.
Sustenance here, isn't there? You've got the grapes growing in here.
Sustenance.
You can have a snack in a couple of months' time. You can have a snack on the way
I'll
back.
have passed away in a couple of months' time. You drank all the water.
There's still an inch there if you can't make it to Lidl.
Drank all my water. I said,
there's
let's take
some
some
in
water. Yes, she says, left hers in the car, which will now be boiled. Be good for making a cup of tea with.
I left it in the shade, underneath our little den that we made.
It's about 28 degrees today. Anyway, off we go. Mount Everest isn't this steep. Apparently, you see the catamaran out there? Well, the Hobbit was diving off one of those. She said she was diving on one, but I don't think that's quite what she meant. She was diving from one. But she's not going to tell me the story now because apparently I wasn't paying enough attention. I haven't got enough money to pay attention. Well, I won't have when I brought this by.
Well, a lady went to jump off the back when we were diving. And, well, there'd just been a hurricane that had gone across Cuba, and we were on Grand Cayman, and they wanted to make some money, so they took us out in it. And she went to jump in her full kit off the end of the cat, and it came up, and she landed back on the deck on her coccyx.
On a what?
On her coccyx. Not on her cock.
You can't say that.
On her coccyx. Very badly injured.
Very badly injured.
Yes, and that was the dive I vomited underwater. Because it was they're not very nice boats to be on in rough weather. They think they say they take them up because they are, but they're not. Mind you, it could have been even worse on something else, I suppose.
You see what I have to put up with, ladies and gentlemen? She's completely redesigned the thinking of sailing boats.
Well,
Apparently catamarans aren't very stable.
Well, are they supposed to be less bibbly in bad weather?
Bibbly? Well, all boats get tripped about in bad weather.
But a cat's supposed to be steadier, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, they're not.
Right.
'Cause
Have you been on a yacht at 45 degrees?
You don't dive off them. I've only been on vessels that you dive from. Fishing trawlers, they bob about. Catamarans, and any other kind of boat, really. Sunseekers.
Are we ready to go?
No, well, they're not very nice. I'm telling you, they're very difficult to get on and off.
Yeah.
But it looks nice.
Oh, well, I wouldn't turn it down.
I love the way you
I can't say as I've ever sailed a cat. Oh.
Well, we're not there yet.
It's a stairway to Devon.
Come on, I'll race you. I'll race you.
Your legs aren't long enough for that.
I will race you to the top.
Didn't even break a sweat, look, and it's walking up.
You took a cheating start.
I cheated, did I?
Well, you were ahead. We were supposed to be side by side, and then I could have elbowed you out the way.
Oh, I see.
That was my plan.
That's not cheating at all, then. Well, I guess that's scuppered those plans. We won't be planting anything in there this year unless I buy the plants and put them in. And as you know, I like to grow my stuff from seeds that I've kept over the winter because it's more of a hobby and anything. It's not really a productive way of me growing my food, but I like to do it. Sort of lost interest this morning. Let me show you. Blackbirds, yeah, blackbirds. Now before you start saying, oh, it could have been this, could have been, I opened the kitchen door and caught them in the act, 2 of them, yeah. Now I wouldn't mind, but they went after the plants. It appears they were just digging. Now I have a theory on this. I reckon that they were looking for worms or something, because we've had a few weeks now where we haven't had any rain. Well, we had a bit of a shower the other night, but not enough to make the soil wet. So of course all this is moist down there because I water it most days. So I thought, oh, might find some worms in there, but they didn't. All they did was destroy a perfectly good strawberry plant that took me a long time to get going. In fact, I've had several attempts at getting that strawberry plant to grow. And out of probably 15 or 20, that was the only one I managed to get going. And as you can see, well, they haven't completely killed it, but they've damaged it. They pulled the ginger out. My spring onions, there's a couple of tomato plants I'd replanted, ready to go in. And lettuce, completely destroyed all the lettuce, gone. So, yeah. Having been kept up again last night till God knows what time this morning, with dogs barking outside the door, that put me in a pretty bad mood for the day, as you can imagine. I'm 2 coffees in now and Staffy's tried to calm me down. He's actually done a reasonable job, bless him. Not quite as angry as I was, but yeah, watch out because somebody will get it. Now, brings me to an interesting point, something that I'm quite passionate about. What's going on with you lot in the UK? America as well, but the UK in particular. I'm reading now that they're banning brown eggs, or they're thinking of trying. But several supermarkets apparently, and I've read several links on this, so it looks like it's true, Sainsbury's and a few others are actually going to start just having white eggs. I mean, the world's gone completely nuts. Farmers are struggling as it is, and now they're making it even harder for them. Must be a bigger agenda going on there, because if you can control the food, you know. And yeah, this just goes to show, it's difficult enough trying to produce food without the governments of the world getting involved as well. My advice, well, as you know, I buy my eggs from the local supermarket, local mini market, sorry, not supermarket, local mini market, because I know that they're fresh. It's one of Staffis's uncles or something produces those. He's got a lot of hens, so I know what they're fed on, and the yolk's always bright yellow. Brown, white, I don't care, but I know where they come from. I think that's where the UK should step up, go and support your local farmer, find a farm shop. I don't like this site getting political, but I'm a bit angry this morning, as you can tell. Like I said, farmers have got a difficult job as it is, growing stuff, without all the other things, taxes and the government control and, yeah. Anyway, enough about that. I'm going to sweep all this up, chuck most of it in the bin, because I can't use the soil now, can I? Because I don't know, there were seeds in some of it. Oh, oh dear. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of comments on this particular bit. Anyway, see what else we can get up to today. Been having a few problems with the black pearl again. I noticed the other day I went to see a viewer. I came out from bar 7, which is open by the way, and battery was flat. No problem, bump started it down the hill like I normally would, because sometimes you can take the key out of the ignition and the ignition's still on. The ignition switch is very worn, like a lot of things on this bike. I thought I'd done that. Anyway, I bump started it. It ran terribly. In fact, it was a bit of a handful to get it home. Further inspection, the bike hasn't been charging below about 2000 RPM for a couple of years now. I had a new rectifier put on, and I've never bothered about it much because as long as the battery's full up, you're soon doing more than 2000 RPM once you get on the road. Now it seems it's charging a tick over and not above. So I took the stator out, can't see anything wrong with that, can't see any broken wires or anything like that, so not quite sure what to do about that. That could get expensive. Then I thought I'd address there's a tight link on the chain, so I thought I'd do that. Yeah. Things soon escalated there. Down here, let me show you. See that adjuster there? I've had to make that up because it should look like this. Like that. This bolt screws into the swing arm, which is aluminium. Now, somebody's put a stainless bolt into an aluminium swing arm. Most people in the bike world will tell you that's bad news unless you put anti-seize or some sort of grease on there. And what's happened over the winter, the two have become one due to electrolysis, and they wouldn't come out. Now, this one, with a lot of heat and some persuasion and patience and about an hour and a half of work, I managed to get out. This one, however, started to come out and has now snapped off. Another reason I don't like stainless steel, it's difficult to drill it because it work hardens. You can't really weld it successfully because it becomes brittle. So all my attempts at trying to get that out, let's say they haven't gone well. I tried welding the washer on. I managed to get it to turn another few turns before it snapped again. I'm going to continue trying to weld a washer to it. I've got a socket here, an old socket. Weld a washer to what's left of that stud that's in there now. Weld a washer to it and then weld that to the washer, which gives me enough purchase end to undo it. We'll carry on doing that because it is the only way of getting it out, I think. But for the moment, I've had to drill a hole in this adjustment block here because I can get another one of these either made or brought. So I've drilled a hole in that, tapped it, screwed a stud in there, which I can now adjust the stud and what's left on the nut, just to get me some tension on the chain. Because the bike's due its Kiteo, which is the MOT here, for 2 years, in another week or so. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm done with it today. I've got to go up Hobbit Hall and help the Hobbit with her irrigation system and a couple of other things. I'm going to try and repair one of her window frames for her. And then when she's going back to the UK for a month or two, then I can crack on with the shutters that I was doing, which are over there at the moment on the house. Maybe sort something out with this. Such a lot of things going wrong with it now. It's been badly abused, this bike, and of course I do a lot of miles each year on it. A lot of miles by British standards, let alone Kefalonian. However, as I've said before, as a little teaser, I have got some plans to get something else for the moment, for something I'm doing next year. But of course, it's all down to money. Money is extremely tight. There's only so much I can really afford to borrow at the minute. But I do need transport, and this needs to come off the road and be repaired, really. So, that's a little update on Nikki for you. The bar and grill still open for business. If friends come down, we can grab a beer and sit down in the sunshine. Been a very useful addition to the house, really. I'm very lucky, aren't I? So yeah, that's that. The bench, well, that's coming really handy because now I've got my pillar drill on here. As you can see, I was drilling the block to make an adjuster. That's not actually one of the bolts, but this gives you an idea. This is a stainless bolt, similar to the one that was put in there. Yeah, may look trick, but make sure you take precautions that you can get them out if you put them in your bike. I'm not against people using stainless, but I discovered on the boats that it's not a good idea to put stainless with aluminium in. Mild steel, you can get it out if it breaks off. Stainless, you're going to struggle. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get her off the bench, go and see what the Hobbit's up to. Right, another day, another dime. Last night I went over to the Hobbits to help her with a few things at her house and road tested the bike. The chain tension that I put in seems to be working okay, and I seem to have got rid of the tight spot in the chain. Well, almost. Good enough anyway for now. It goes for its test in a few days' time, and they told me a couple of years ago when it went for its last test, because it's every 2 years here for an MOT on these, or the Cateo as we call it here. They told me that he wouldn't pass it because the exhaust was too noisy. Jeff actually very kindly sent me a set of exhausts out. One, I couldn't afford them, and two, I couldn't find any. Anyway, he found some, he sent them out. Thanks, Jeff, fantastic, because now I can take the offending items off and put the standard factory items on. I'm not keen on the look of them, but it will get me through the test, and of course if I get pulled up by the police I can do the same thing. However, me and Staffis next door tried the new pipes to make sure they fitted when they came last year or the year before, can't remember now. Not any quieter. So, but I'm going to be a good boy, and as you can see, I've already done one side. I've took the aftermarket pipes, which it looks like somebody made. They did quite a good job of them. They sound nice, and the bike seems to run nicely on them. And these are quite heavy compared with the other ones. Anyway, I've replaced one side. Let me show you. There you go. Now, some of you might like that. I'm not keen. I'm not keen at all. But, you know, like I say, thanks to Jeff, I can now go and get the MOT done without any problems. I've done that side. Now I've just got to do this side. Leave in the comments what you think is better. I mean, I know what I prefer, but that's just down to personal taste, isn't it, really? So I'd best crack on and get these fitted. Something else while we're here, I don't know whether some of you might remember this, but these pipes were not supported at the back here. They were just dangling on the downpipes, and that had the effect of breaking the exhaust at the top here, which is why I brought the Lidl's welder so that I could fix the downpipes. Headers, if you're in the USA, I suppose you call them. But yeah, I had to re-weld all these up with the Lidl's welder. They've been fine ever since. I did have to pack the gaskets out with some aluminium baking foil, which is an old British motorcycle trick. I hadn't got the correct gaskets in stock. It was just blowing a little bit, so I packed it out with baking foil. It's been fine ever since. And then at a later date, because I put some straps around here, I welded these brackets on here, which are stainless steel. They're actually wall ties from a house that I was doing with my ex-wife. I'll keep all sorts of things because you never know when they're going to come in useful. But they've held that exhaust on there ever since. Not had a problem. Anyway, let's crack on. That was just one of the bodges that I've had to fix on this bike. As you know, there's many things wrong with it. My next job is to get rid of the cheap cable that wasn't cheap that I got off eBay and replace it. We're supposed to be OEM and replace it with the one that I made, because when you put the bike on a right hand lock, the revs pick up, and I can't seem to reroute it so it doesn't do that. It's also broken twice since I put it on, so it's junk, it's going, and I'm going to put the one that I made back on. Done all the brakes, quick service, so we've done quite a bit of work to her. Just hope the charging system's okay now. It seems to be alright. Took it out yesterday and it was okay. Really, I need to get another engine for it. The gearbox is shot on this. It whines like an old lorry in sixth. And I've noticed now it's starting to whine in a lot of the gears. You just make it out. The engine runs fine, it's a shame. Really strong engine, but the gearbox has had it. And the clutch has had it as well. So, yeah, I think I might try and find another engine, because it's quite a big job to strip that gearbox down. The bike could be off the road a long time. So, but in the meantime, as I said, we've got to get a Harley, so where'd you stop spending the money? Right, that, as you can see, I've fed the wires around the back now, and they don't appear to be catching anything. In fact, the throttle feels the best it's ever felt. Let's give it a try. That's cured that problem. Right, fingers crossed for the curtail, the MOT. I'll give this a road test in a bit, and then it needs a wash and a polish, and hopefully we're all right. Just noticed how grubby that is behind there. Anyway.
Boo, David. Very boo. Amazing.
I'm a one-way motorway. I'm a road that drives away, follows you back home. I'm a street light shining. I'm a white light blinding bright, burning off and on. It's times like these, learn to live again. It's times like these, you give and give again. It's times like these, you learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again. I'm a new day rising. I'm a brand new sky to have. Stars upon tonight. I'm a little divided. Do I stay or run away?
Take two. If you like this video, hit the like, the share and subscribe. Sit back and enjoy the ride. Amazing.
It's times like these, give and give.
That'll do, will it?
It's times like these,
Ow! Fuck.
love again. It's times like these, time and time again. I'm a one-way motorway. I'm a road that drives away, follows you back home. I'm a street light shining. I'm a white light blinding bright, burning off and on. It's time